Now, welcome back. If Year 4 students could run the world, what do you think they would want to do? Well, that's what teacher John Hunter has been asking kids for more than 40 years now with his hands-on political game.
If you look on the World Peace Game map, it has like that much oil.
So does Caden. And Caden's our complete ally. And we can also get some oil from him.
Okay. We're not going to. Like, whenever Kate said you would.
We're not going to attack them?
Oh, look at them go. The World Peace Game is what it is, and it's similar to the popular board game Risk, and John is now in Australia testing it out on Australian kids, and he's with us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dad.
So tell us how the World Peace Game works. What's the premise behind it?
It's a gigantic geopolitical simulation, 4x4x4 tower, plexiglass tower, thousands of game pieces, and each level of the game board emulates the Earth. And we give 50 interlocking global real-world problems to the children to solve. I can't help them, we just give them the problems, and that critical and creative thinking that they have just takes it over, and they just win the game every time. They have for 40 years now.
And these are complex issues that they're dealing with, aren't they? Yeah. Famine, prices, they're not sort of basic things, it's big stuff.
No, it's a real thing, and we give them the actual problems because they're going to be facing those actual problems very soon themselves. And they know this, they feel this in the game, and so they have to do something they feel like.
And what do they normally do? Because these are sort of, primarily, you've been doing it here with 9-year-olds,
yes,
kids around that age group. But what are some of the responses you get?
Well, they always arrive at compassion. I don't have to teach it, I don't have to preach it. I give them the most complex situations and allow them to be completely human. And they go through that experience and come out the other side. They say, you know, war is really not a good idea after all, but we've learned it in this safe and appropriate laboratory. So they solve all these interlocking problems, and they do it handily in about 5 days now, actually.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you've been doing it with kids in Adelaide. Mm-hmm. Are Australian kids different at all to kids in other parts of the world?
You know, kids are kids wherever you go is what I've found, actually doing this now in 36 countries. But the Australian kids here that I've met at Annesley School in Adelaide were so warm, so affectionate, and so enthusiastic. We've got to fix the world. We have to do it. And they know they're going to be doing this very soon anyway, but they were also having a lot of fun doing it. They're very enjoying the practice.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And how did you come about this in the first place?
Oh, gosh, you know, Debbie, it was because nobody told me what I couldn't do or could do. They gave me no direction at all. So
you were a teacher in a classroom?
Teacher in a classroom. I had an empty space given to me of what to do. I said, what should I do? And they kept saying, and what do you want to do?
Wow.
And so I just thought...
Unleash the hounds.
That's right. And the direction is, what do the kids like to do? And they like to play board games in 1970. We didn't have social media. So we built a curriculum around into what they loved, and their love drove the learning.
Mm. And issues like climate change weren't around as prominent a way, 40 years ago when you started this out. Have you had to evolve the game because of the global issues we're facing today?
Yeah, and the children really evolved it. We've got predator drones, cyber warfare, famine, everything we have in the real world now, we've advanced to that level. And even as more complex as it becomes, the children still refuse to give in, refuse to give up. And they must solve every problem. And every country's asset value has to increase, so everybody has to prosper to win the game too.
Wow. Well, we asked some of our viewers to send in some clips of what their own kids would want to do if they could rule the world. Here's some of them.
Make sure people have lots of money. Make sure people had a house. Make sure people were doing the right job. I would let everybody go fishing every day.
What would you do if you ruled the whole world? Ice cream.
I'll be a police.
You'd be a police, and what would you do?
Be silly.
Yeah.
Fight bad guys.
Fight bad guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh, look, so the mouths of babes, they speak so true. But you must be confident
Yes.
that the world is in good hands.
I do, you know, and I'm not the only one. The U.S. Embassy at Canberra actually has made this possible. So we've got some of the top leaders also seeing the vision in this, that the future is coming. We've got to make sure our kids have those tools because there are problems we have not solved. Maybe they can.
Yeah, and they can face the big issues too.
They can.
All right, John, well done. It's lovely to meet you,
Thank
and
you.
it'd be great to see the results from the rest of the tour around Australia.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. John Hunter there. Now, coming up this morning.